One teacher says, thought is your enemy. The mind is a myth.
You cannot think your way to the truth. Thinking is the wall. Another tradition, thousands of years old, hands you a thought and says, repeat this. Say it 10,000 times. Let this thought carry you home. One says thought is the disease. The other prescribes a thought as the medicine. So which is it? Is the mind the enemy or the doorway? Stay with me, because the answer is the most useful thing I know about meditation. Start with Yogis Krishnamurti, because he gives the mind no mercy. He titled his talks, Thought is Your Enemy, and Mind is a Myth. And he meant both literally. To Yogi, thought is not some neutral tool. It's a survival mechanism programmed to protect itself at all costs, including protecting the illusion of a you who's doing the thinking. And it's hopelessly slow. In his words, thought can never capture the movement of life. It is much too slow. Life is happening now, immediate, whole. Thought always arrives a beat late, chopping the living moment into words and concepts and labels, and then mistaking the labels for the thing. He even questioned whether the mind exists at all. What is there is only the body, he said. So where is the mind? For Yogi, every attempt to think your way to peace just feeds the very machine that took you away from peace in the first place. Thought trying to end thought, the enemy hired to defeat itself. Now, the other side, and I lived in it for years. In the Siddha tradition where I practice, you're given a mantra, Om Namah Shivaya. You repeat it out loud, then silently, then with the breath, until it repeats itself in you. Across the world's contemplative paths, it's the same move. A mantra, a sacred name, a single repeated phrase. Far from treating thought as the enemy, these traditions take one thought and make it a vehicle. And here's the thing, it works. Sit and repeat one word with full attention and something strange happens. 1,000 other thoughts get no fuel. The mental traffic thins. And in the gaps between repetitions, a silence opens that you'd swear was always there. So now we have a real contradiction. Yogi says thought is the wall. The yogis use a thought to walk through it. And both of them produce the same fruit, a quiet mind. Here's how they meet. Yogi and the yogis agree completely on the real enemy, and it isn't thought as such. It's thought as master. The endless, automatic, self-protecting chatter that runs you and convinces you you're the one running it. Yogi attacks it head on. Stop. See that the whole machine is the problem. Drop it. The mantra attacks it sideways. It doesn't add to the noise, it replaces it. You give the mind one thing instead of 10,000, and starved of the rest, the machine winds down on its own. And there's an old image for this, and it's the key to the whole episode. If you have a thorn stuck in your finger, and you use a second thorn to dig it out, the mantra is the second thorn. You use one thought to remove all the others. And then you throw both thorns away. That last part is everything. The mantra was never meant to be kept. It's not more thinking, it's the end of thinking, arriving by a clever back door. You repeat the one thought until even it falls silent. And what's left is exactly what Yogi is pointing out at the demolition. The still, immediate, wordless aliveness underneath the mind. Yogi kicks the door down. The mantra picks the lock. You end up in the same silent room. I'll be honest about my own path. The mantra carried me for years. Om Namah Shivaya. On every breath. Through the chanting, through the sitting, through ordinary days. It thinned the noise. It gave me long tastes of silence. But there was a trap in it too, the same one Yuji warns about. I could turn the mantra into one more thing the seeker was doing, one more technique I was using to get somewhere. The thorn became a souvenir. That's where Yuji cut through. Thought is your enemy. There's nothing to think your way to. He wouldn't let me keep the second thorn. Together they completed each other. The mantra quieted the mind enough for me to even hear the silence. Yuji made sure I didn't turn the quieting into one more noisy project. A thought to empty the mind, and a voice to make sure I finally put the thought down.
So, is thought the enemy or the doorway? Yes, it's the enemy when it runs you, and the doorway when you use a single thought to walk you out of the noise, and then leave that thought behind too.
If you want the practical version of this, the mantras, the games, the small shifts that quiet the mind, I put them in my book, 3 Easy Steps to Enlightenment, and How to Become Enlightened in 12 Days, linked below. Subscribe and I'll see you in the next one, where we take on the biggest contradiction of all. Yugi says there's nothing to do, and I wrote whole books full of things to do.